मम्मी डेट में टाइम शाम को
Hi students. In today's session, we are going to discuss about what is Python, what are the features of Python. Then all these we are going to discuss. So this the batch duration is like 2 months. So within 2 months, we are going to complete core Python and advanced Python also. So in core Python, we are going to discuss about the Python features. Then after that, we'll discuss about Python installation, then interactive mode, batch mode, and we'll discuss about basic data types, and then string handling, a number system, and then we'll discuss about input function, conversion functions, and after that we'll discuss about operators. Then after operators, we'll discuss about if condition, for loop, while loop, collection data types, then string manipulations, regular expressions, functions, exception handling, then file handling, then modules and packages. All these we'll discuss in core Python. In advanced Python, we are going to discuss about in advanced Python, we'll discuss about object-oriented programming, and then we are going to discuss about internet and email, multi-threading, networking, database programming, and then we are going to discuss about like web scraping. Then we'll discuss about Python 3.7 features, 3.8 features, and then we'll discuss about advanced modules like pandas, number Python, scientific Python, then Seaborn, like many other Python advanced modules are there, and interview questions. And also at the end, we are going to discuss about the project also. Like all these will be there. So project will be on desktop applications. So we are going to discuss about desktop applications or Windows applications. And based on desktop applications, we are going to discuss about the project. So every day I will be sending you the recorded video, and also I'll be sending you the notes also. Day-wise notes is there. So day-wise notes I'm going to send to your mail IDs, including recorded video. So here you can see on the screen like Python 3.7, 3.8 features, and here you can see NumPy. Here all these are the chapters here. So chapter-wise, here you can see the folders here, and you can see the other documents also. Like all these notes, complete notes, I'm going to send to your mail IDs with a recorded video I will be sending here. And when we are saying about this Python, so when we say about Python, so Python we can call it as a powerful language, and it is called as general purpose programming language. So Python is powerful language like Java, like C# in .NET. It is a powerful language, and it is called as a general purpose programming language. So general purpose programming language means it is for general, like we can say it is for all, and we can say that it is not for one category of applications. So general means like any application we can develop using Python. That possibility is there. That's why we are calling it as a general purpose programming language. So it is used for developing desktop applications or Windows applications, and it is used for developing websites, and it is used for developing scientific applications, and it is used for developing networking applications, then games or animation softwares. Like all these can be developed by using Python. And Python is developed by Guido van Rossum in the year 1989. So this Python is introduced as an internal project for Mathematical Research Institute called CWI, located in Netherlands. So for that, it is introduced as an internal project. Like internally, it is being used. So in 1991, it is released for public, Python. So that IT companies and other companies, they can use Python, and they can develop applications or projects. All this is being done. Okay. So when we are working with this Python has got many flavors, like different flavors are there. Like we can say C Python, J Python, Iron Python, Ruby Python, Anaconda Python, many are there. Okay, so like Python language default implementation is C Python. Like if any student is learning Python, it means that that student is learning what? C Python. Okay, so C Python means it is developed using C and Python. It is being developed. Okay, so Python language default implementation is C Python. Okay, so if anybody is learning Python, it means that that student is learning what? C Python. So this is developed by Guido van Rossum. Okay, so here we can say flavors of Python, or we can say implementations of Python language. Okay, like for example, C language is there. In C language, we'll see different flavors like Turbo C, ANSI C, Borland C. Like students will learn Turbo C. So Turbo C is the name of the compiler. Turbo is the name of the compiler. Okay, here also we are having different flavors in Python. Like for example, in Linux we are having like Ubuntu is there, Fedora is there, Linux Mint is there. Many flavors are there, even in Linux. Like for example, in a Unix operating system, we can see many flavors. Like SCO Unix is there, Sun Solaris is there. Then many other flavors are there. Okay, so here also in Python we can see all these flavors. Okay, so as I said before, Python is introduced in the year 1989. Okay, but for public it is released in the year 1991. It is released, and while working with this Python here, like Python is very old language, but it is having many new features. Like many versions we can see in Python. Okay, so we should not compare this Python with the C language. In C language, you will learn only few things, 4 or 5 chapters. But here in Python, you will learn core Python, advanced Python. You will learn many new chapters. You are going to learn. Okay, C language is just like black and white because writing the programs, executing. Here you will learn many chapters in Python, desktop applications, developing Windows applications, then many other important chapters are there. So here, when you say about Java, it is released in the year 1995, and .NET is released. Microsoft .NET is released in the year 2000. Okay, so Java is introduced in the year 1995, and .NET is introduced in the year 2000. So before Java, before .NET, this Python is there. Okay, and from last 7 8 years, all are speaking about Python. Before that Python is there, but from last 5 6 7 years, all are speaking about Python. Then many students are learning Python, and then everybody is talking about Python in companies. Python is being used. Like all these happen. Okay, so suddenly this Python has become very popular. So before that, it is like silent. Like we can say, it is like undercover. Okay. Suddenly, from last 7 8 years, it has become popular, and in IT companies, it is being used, and in like students are learning Python. All this is happening. Okay. So when we say about this Python, Python is used for various things. So we should not see Python in one angle or else in one direction. So Python is used for developing different types of applications, or it is used for developing different types of projects can be developed. So Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations, not only in beginning days, not only in starting years, even now also Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations. So like later when you learn about data science, or when you learn any other advanced courses, there Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations. In Python, calculations are done very fast, and Python is used for automation. So whenever we are doing any tasks manually, so whatever work we are doing manually, any work, any type of work, then manual work can be done automatically by using Python. Is done. It is done using Python. We can do it. Okay. And here when we are working with this, later I'll tell about automation, because in one session we cannot discuss everything about automation, about task automation in real time, how it works. All these we are going to discuss. Okay. And here when we say about this Python, it is used to handle big data. So Python programs or Python scripts can handle large amount of data related to websites or applications. So in real time, when we take social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all these, or when you take e-commerce websites, online shopping sites, or when you take cloud computing applications, we can say Amazon Cloud or Google Cloud, Microsoft Cloud, anything. So when we say about social networking sites, e-commerce website, cloud computing applications, all these websites or applications deals with a large amount of data, large volume of data, which is in terabytes or petabytes. Okay, so Python programs can even handle, Python scripts can handle the large amount of data related to websites or applications. Okay, and using Python, we can develop any application or any project can be developed using Python. Any application we can develop. Okay, we cannot say like this is not possible. Any application or any software we can develop using Python. That possibility is there. Okay, so latest version of Python is Python 3.9 is the latest version. So here I am typing python.org. So python.org, here you can see downloads, and here you can see this Python 3.9.1 is there. So Python 3.9 works in Windows 10, in Windows 8 or Windows 10. So it will not work in Windows 7 or previous versions. So we should not use Windows 7 or Windows XP. We should not use for this. So this is the latest version that we are seeing here. 3.9.1 is the latest version. So when we discuss about the examples, like when we see chapters in core Python, advanced Python, all we are going to discuss in the latest version of Python, like Python 3.9 is the latest version that we are going to use it. So here, so students will be having a doubt, like which course to learn, like whether to go with Java or whether to go with Python. Like students may have confusion. So when we say about Java, like Java means we have to write longer lines of code, and then we have to write hundreds of lines of code, thousands of lines of code. Sometimes we need to write kilometers of lines of code. So because a lot of programming will be there in Java, like when we compare with Python, like when we say like countries like US, like Java market is already down, like Python market is increasing day by day. It is increasing because in their universities, in their companies, they are working on Python projects only. Like when we say about in India, like Java market is down and the Python market is stable. Like here, I'm not saying like it is increasing day by day, not like that. It is stable. Like when we take Java, like freshers, like for Python freshers, companies are paying good salary. And when we take experienced employees, like those are having for 3-4 years or 5 years experience, like for Java experienced people, they are getting good salary. Like less, like difference will not be more, but Java people will have good salary. Why? Because Java is there from so many years, and many companies are working on Java, and their projects are on Java only. Okay, like suddenly they cannot shift to Python, so they have to continue in that. That's why experienced people will get a good salary compared with Python experienced staff. Only like 10,000 difference may be there. Okay, like after 2-3 years, we can say like even Python people also will get a good experienced people will get good salary. This will not be like in every company. Okay, like some companies will say pay highest salary for Python employees. This is not for every company. Only I'm saying about some companies here. Okay, so here when we say about this Python, okay, so with Python we can see other trending courses are there which are very popular. So when we say about this Java is mainly used for enterprise applications. So whenever you want to develop enterprise applications which works in legacy systems, old systems, or which works in numerous systems, like enterprise applications works in huge network in companies. In companies it is being used. Okay, and Java is used for developing websites, mobile applications. We can use Java. Like coming to this Python here. So in Python, we'll not write a longer lines of code. So in Python, we are going to write less lines, shorter lines of code, like small lines will be there. Okay. So using Python, like we can develop desktop applications, websites, scientific applications, network applications, and then we can develop mobile. We can develop games or animation softwares. All these we can develop. So like when you learn Python, so when you are learning Python, like core and advanced Python, so as I said before, so it will take 2 months. So within 2 months I'll try to complete core and advanced Python. Like you may be having doubt, some is taking 3 months, 4 months, like that. So 3-4 months it is not necessary. Why? Because is like every day I will be taking the class, and class duration will be like 1 hour, 1.5 hour, one sometimes 1 hour 15 minutes I'll take. Okay, and here we are going to focus on theory and programs also. Like from every chapter we are going to discuss about like 20 to 25 programs from every chapter. Like overall we may discuss about 3 to 400 programs in my class. So these Python classes, like how I'm taking offline classes, it will be in the same way. Okay, how I used to teach offline classes, online classes also I'm teaching in the same way. I didn't reduce the like course contents. Course contents are same. Programs also the same number of programs will be there. So in my classes, like you will have clarity about the theory part, and you will be having clarity about the programs also. So your programming skills also will improve, because here we are going to discuss about many programs from basics to the advanced. Many programs we are going to discuss, because before this Python I used to teach like Java, after that .NET, like after I used to teach programming languages only. So now I'm teaching this Python, Django, then UI technologies. All these I'm teaching here. Okay, so no need to worry about how the presentation will be, like how the theory concepts, like how the programs explanation, everything will be very clear. Even programs also. So those who are not good in programming, your in my classes, your programming skills also will improve. Okay, so when you learn Python, only Python, then you can work as a Python programmer, Python developer. Okay, and with after learning Python, you can learn other courses, like you can learn data science, then machine learning, then deep learning, then artificial intelligence, then IoT you can learn, DevOps you can learn, AWS, Amazon Web Services, and then you can learn about VLSI, embedded systems, then reporting tools you can learn, then SAS, and then you can learn testing tools. Like testing tools, students may learn based on uh, Python, based on Java. So now you can learn testing tools based on Python also. So here you have many multiple choices. All the trending courses, like the courses which are having very good demand in the market, are based on based on Python. Okay, so like according to your skills, like if you are good in programming, you can select the required course. Like if you are not good in programming, if you are not interested in programming, like other courses are there. So whichever is suitable for you, you can learn that. That possibility is there here. Okay. So here when we say about this Python here, like if you are interested in programming, like if you want to work as a programmer or developer, then after learning Python or while learning Python, you can learn UI technologies, like web technologies will say. So UI technologies, user interface technologies. So in UI technologies, you will be learning about HTML, JavaScript, then CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, all these. Like all these we can you can complete within 45 days. Okay, so with Python you can learn parallelly you can learn UI technologies. I'm saying, so UI technology is mandatory for any programmer. Those who want to enter into IT field, those who want to work as a programmer or developer, so those who want to learn related to IT, then they can learn UI technologies. Okay, so with Python you can learn UI technologies or web technologies parallelly. Then after that you can start with you can learn Django. So Django is used for developing websites. Okay, so in Python, many frameworks are there, like Flask, Bottle, Pyramid, then Web2Py, TurboGears, Pylons, then many are there. So Django is very popular, Django or Django. So Django is a framework. It is completely developed in Python. It is a framework. Okay, so Django framework contains Python files or modules. Python files, Python programs or modules will be there. Okay, so if you learn Python, UI technologies, and Django, these three are combination. So when you learn these three, and when you apply for the jobs as a fresher or with experience, okay, like with fake experience, then they will give chance to work as a programmer. Like only on Python means like it will takes time for you to search for the job. If you learn these three related courses, okay, then you will not waste your time, because you will be ready for the job. Like if company is having a requirement, they will definitely take, because they may have project on Python, they may have project on Django. Like all the students, like those who want to enter into IT field, they'll do all this. Like they will learn the three courses, and they will apply for Python developer, Python programmer jobs. Okay, after that, after learning Python, okay, so if you are interested to work on data science, and if you want to work on machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, then IoT, Internet of Things, or if you want to go for reporting tools, or if you want to go for DevOps, AWS, or if you want to go for testing tools, your choice. So that depends on your interest. Like if you want to, in even in Python, here you can see technical and non-technical jobs also. Like if you are interested in technical jobs, you can apply for that. If you are interested in non-technical jobs, you can go for that. That possibility is there here. Okay, and Python is not only for IT professionals. Those are from computer science. Not only for computer science students, like any student, any student can learn Python. That possibility is there here. So student may be from like civil engineering or mechanical engineering or automobile engineering, or from electronics and communication, or from electrical background, or from commerce background, or MSc agriculture. Like a student may be from any stream. So the student can learn Python. So that possibility is there here. Okay, so like here computer science students will learn Python. Okay, and others also will learn Python, because based on Python, many other trending courses are there, which are like hotcakes. Okay, so you can choose whichever you want, you can choose. And this Python is also for administrators. Those are working as administrators. Python is very, very useful for them. And those are working as a SQL developers, like SQL developers, working with databases, like writing SQL commands, PL SQL commands, like those are working as administrators, those are working as a SQL developers. Python is very useful because, like for doing SQL developer tasks, for performing SQL developer tasks, and for performing DBA tasks, administration tasks, Python scripts or Python programs are being used. Okay, so here when we say about this Python, as I told before, like in the starting years, it is very silent. Like we can say it is like undercover. And from last 7, 8 years, from last 7 years or 8 years, it has become popular. Okay, so what happened to this Python? Why it has become very popular is, like we can see the versions of Python here. Okay, so Python 1.0 is there, 2.0 is there, 2.7 is there, Python 2.7. So it is very popular, Python 2.7. Okay. After that, 3.0. After that, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8. Now we are seeing Python 3.9 is there. So Python 3.9.1 is the latest version of Python. Okay. So here we can see Python 3.0 is there. So Python 3.0, that version of Python, it is introduced. It is introduced as a new language. It is introduced as an independent language. That is, I'm saying about Python 3.0. Okay, so it is introduced as a new language. It is introduced as an independent language. Okay, it is a version of Python only, but it is introduced as a new language. It has got all new features, new modules, new functions. Like it has got many new features. They have given a new face to Python. So before previous versions, they are different. Python 3.0 is different. So Python 3.0 does not support backward compatibility. So backward compatibility means it is not depending on the features of old version. There we can see break. Okay, so they put break at Python 3.0. So in Python 3.0, backward compatibility is not there. So it is not supporting the features of old versions of Python. So it has got all the new features. Okay, so after Python 3.0, whatever versions are introduced. Okay, after Python 3.0, whatever versions are introduced, they are supporting backward compatibility. Backward compatibility is there, but this break we can see at 3.0. Now you are going to learn Python 3.9.1. Okay, so when you are learning Python 3.9.1, then this version supports the features of Python 3.8, Python 3.7, Python 3.6, and Python 3.0 also. So it is supporting all the features of the previous versions. From 3.0 we can see here. Okay, so from 2020 onwards, like the companies which are using Python projects in old versions, like in Python 2.7 or any version, like they have to upgrade to Python 3.0. So from 2020 onwards, then this Python company, like they will be supporting only the softwares which are in Python 3.0. Okay, like if the companies are using old versions of Python, so they are not going to provide the technical support. So they are going to provide technical support for the Python projects which are in 3.0 and later versions. Like if any company is using a project which is in 2.7, Python 2.7, then they have to upgrade the project. They have to migrate the project to next versions like Python 3.0 or later versions. It should be developed. Okay, so here when we say about this Python 3.0, it is developed as a new language or independent language. Okay, like what all features, what all commands are there in 2.7, they will not work from Python 3.0, and later versions they are not developed. From Python 3.0, we can see Python software demand started increasing. then all started using Python. Like all these are being is being used. So many students will have this doubt. Like if it is there from so many years, if it is introduced in 1989, then at that time all used to say about Java. Python means nobody used to learn. But now we can see in Python many new versions are coming, and all are learning Python. That possibility is there here. Okay. So now here when we say about Python, Python is developed by Guido van Rossum, like as I said before. Okay. So Python is maintained by Python Software Foundation. Python Software Foundation is there. So Python community or Python Software Foundation, it is like a non-commercial, non-profitable organization, and we can say open source community. So Python software is free software, and it is open source. Like we can read the Python code, like they'll not hide the Python code, whatever they are developing. We can see. That's why we are saying source is open, code is open. It is open source. Okay, and here Python community is a large community. Like Python software is a great software, and for Python software, great people are working. Many people are working. So in Python Software Foundation or else in Python community, like we can see hundreds of programmers or thousands of programmers or lakhs of programmers are working for this great software. So Python community is like large community. Okay, like they are involved in developing new versions of Python, and they are involved in developing new frameworks, new technologies in Python. Like all these they are doing it, and the Python community members in that community, they are available in other sites, like in social networking sites. They are available in QA forms. So in other sites are also they are available. Okay. So like when we say about this like a Python community here, like in the future, if anybody is working on Python projects, like if anybody is working on live projects or real-time projects, okay, and like not only in Python, other Python related courses like in data science or else in DevOps or AWS, in machine learning, in deep learning, in artificial intelligence, in IoT, like those are working on like the projects, okay, like live projects or real-time projects. If they have any issue, or if nobody is there to help them out while doing the task, like if colleagues or if team members are busy, and if nobody is there to help you out for doing the task in the project, then you can communicate with Python community who are available in social networking sites, in forums, in QA science. If they're available, then you can communicate with them, and they will give the solution. Okay, so they are not only involved in developing the projects, like developing Python versions. They are going to help for the programmers who are working on live or real-time projects. Like any type of task, they are going to help you out, like which is related to Python or other Python related courses. So here when we say about this here Python here, so Python we can call it as beginners language. So we can call it as a beginners language here. So when we say about beginners language, so it is Python is just like a nursery level, like without having any programming knowledge, or without knowing the basics of C language, then students can directly learn Python. That possibility is there here. That possibility is there. Like some will have doubt, like can I learn Python? Can I be able to understand this Python programming? So Python is a beginner's language without having any programming knowledge. Like IT student can learn, now non-IT students also can learn easily. So why? Because is Python language is like syntaxes are very simple. We can remember the syntaxes and we can use it. And Python rules we can easily follow. And when we are working with this Python, in Python, simple English is used. Not difficult words are not used here. Like what all words we use while speaking, like spoken English, the same thing will be there. Like when students learn Java or any other languages, they have to remember a lot of things. Like they have to remember packages, interfaces, classes, functions. Like the words also will be different. But here in Python, like here learning this language is very easy here, because syntaxes are very simple. We can remember easily. Rules we can easily follow. Okay, and the simple English is used. Whatever words we speak, regularly used words, with the same words, the language is built here. Okay, and here when we are working with this Python, it is a friendly language. We can say it is friendly. So why it is a friendly is you can understand Python. Okay, when you understand Python, then we can say friendly. Okay, and when we say about this Python here, you can understand Python concepts, you can learn, and also you can do projects. Easy to use. So Python learning is easy, and also using a Python is easy. Developing projects also is easy. When I say easy to learn, like students should not think like no need to do practice. So practice is very important. Like if I'm daily, if I'm taking 1 hour class, 1 hour 15 minutes class, like every day you should do practice. So without if I say it is easy to learn, it is very friendly, means without practice it is not possible. Every day you have to practice Python, and you have to practice programs. So if you want to be a good programmer, if you want to increase your programming skills, then if you want to be perfect in Python, okay, then practice is very important. So when you do more practice, then you'll be perfect in programming. Okay, so here when we say about this Python, like learning is easy, and easily you can develop the projects. That possibility is there here. Okay, so here when we say about this Python, so Python is called as a lightweight software. So Python is lightweight. So lightweight means we can say like lightweight meaning is write less, do more. So here we'll have less coding. Less coding will be there, and whatever tasks we want to do, we can do the tasks easily. So that possibility is there here. Okay. So when we see take about this Java, like there we have to write longer lines of code. Then there we have to write hundreds of lines of code, thousands of lines of code. All this is there. But here Python software, Python language is lightweight. So lightweight meaning is here less coding will be there. Why? Because is Python Software Foundation or Python community, they have already developed hundreds of modules or thousands of modules. Modules means Python files. Python files are programs. So by using them, applications or projects can be developed easily. Okay. So in Python, 90% of the work is already done. 90% of the coding is already finished. So from our side, we should give 10% of the code while building the applications. While developing the applications, we have to give 10% of the 10% of the code should be developed. So that possibility is there here. So in other languages, we have to give 90% plus 10%. We have to give 100% coding. We have to do it. So if you are doing 100% coding in the projects, then every time you have to do coding only. So you have to spend a lot of time, hours together, days together. You have to do coding only. Okay, but in Python, that won't be done here. And here when we say about the Python applications, like whatever software you develop using Python, whatever applications you develop using Python, so all those softwares, like all the softwares, they are called as lightweight. Okay, Python software, Python language is lightweight. Okay, whatever applications you develop in Python, applications are also lightweight. So if they are lightweight, then they'll take less memory and works faster. Okay, so like every client will expect that their website or their application should run fast. So when it will run fast, if the application is lightweight, it will run fast, because lightweight meaning is what, right? Like it takes less memory and works faster. So here what I'm saying here is Python software, Python language is lightweight, and Python applications are also lightweight. Lightweight software will say. Okay, and here when we say about this, so Python here, Python software or Python language, it is portable, or we can say it is a platform independent. Okay, see, when you take Java, in starting years of Java, they used to say the Python is having one slogan, that is write once, run anywhere. Python, sorry, Java. In for Java, they used to say like that, like write once, run anywhere. Okay, so why? Because Java is a platform independent and it is machine independent. So Java works in any OS and it runs in any machine. In low configuration systems, in high configuration systems, it will works. So when we say about this Python, so Python is platform independent and also it is machine independent. So platform independent means Python works in any OS, and it works in any machine. So when we say about platform independent, it is a platform independent at development and also at production. Okay, so when students are learning Python, when students are practicing Python, and when students are developing live projects or real-time projects in Python, like when they are using Python software, when they're using Python language, they can use any OS. Why? Because is Python software foundation or Python community, they have developed Python software for Windows, Python for Unix, Python for Linux, Python for Mac OS, Python for AS400, like IBM OS. They have developed Python software which works in different operating systems. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that it is platform independent at development also. Okay, so when you are learning Python software, then when you are learning, when you are practicing, when you're developing applications, like you can use Windows or Unix or Linux or Mac OS, anything you can use it. So like here I'm using Windows, I'm using Python software in Windows in my laptop. So in companies, they may say, like when you are working on Python projects, they may say use like Ubuntu or Fedora, like Linux operating systems. Why? Because these Linux operating systems are free softwares. So they may ask us to use Python in Linux, like Ubuntu or Fedora, other operating systems. You can use it. That depends on the company in which you are working. Okay, so they may not ask you to use Windows, because Windows is not a free software. It is a licensed software. So by learning, we can use Python. Okay, and at production also, Python is platform independent. So at production means like if I have developed a Python application in Windows using my laptop, in my system, if I develop Python application in Windows, then I can run that application developed in Windows in different operating systems without doing any changes. I can run in Unix or Linux or Mac OS without any changes. It will run. So how it is going to run is in Python we are having PVM, Python virtual machine, just like JVM, Java virtual machine. Here we are having Python virtual machine. So when we install PVM in the client system, okay, so they may use any OS, they may use any hardware. Like the system may have any CPU architecture, different architectures they may use. Okay, so the system may have any configuration. But when we install this Python, when we install a virtual Python virtual machine in physical machine, when we install this virtual machine, PVM in physical machine. Like in that physical machine, it may have any OS, it may have any CPU architecture, but that application can run successfully. That possibility is there. So with the help of PVM, Python virtual machine, Java Python application can run in any OS and can run in any machine. That possibility is there here. Okay, that's why I'm saying here as Python is platform independent at development and at production, and it is also machine independent. So Python applications runs in any machine with a different CPU architectures. That possibility is there. And here when we say about Python, Python has a scalability. Like scalability means performance is good in Python here. Okay, like compared with Java, here we can see very good performance here. That possibility is there here. Okay, like in Java, they'll say that it has scalability. It will run in many, like it will runs very fast. But here difference is there here. Okay, like when we see banking applications, online reservation applications, Tatkal applications, they are in Java only. But we can see lack of performance. Okay, like many issues will be there. But if the same websites are developed in Python, then any number of users can send the request and any number of users can get the response. So Python can meet heaviest traffic demands, like while working with websites and other networking applications. So it works fast. Like when I'm saying this, students will have doubt, like how it is going to run fast, how the scalability performance is good. That we are going to discuss. Like in tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss like why Java works slow, why Python works fast, like how the scalability is good in this Python. With the diagrams, I'm going to show you like what is this Python virtual machine, where it will works, like what is a two times compilation, like all these we are going to see in tomorrow's session. We'll see that. Okay, and here when we say about this Python here, using Python, like any type of application can be developed. It is used for developing versatile applications. Any type of application we can develop using Python. That possibility is there. So it is used to develop highly secured applications and scientific computing applications. And it is used to develop applications for government organizations, private organizations, for any business. Like if you want to develop any business applications or commercial applications, then Python is very, very useful. Okay. In the beginning of this class, I've told like Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations, and Python is used for like automation. Python is used for handling big data. In the beginning, I've told all this. And any application you can develop in Python. Now, at the end, what I said is Python software is lightweight. Python applications are lightweight. Okay. And when we say about Python, it is portable, platform independent, machine independent, and Python has a scalability. And Python is used for developing versatile applications. All these things we can do with Python. Okay, so this is about this. This is for today's class, and I'm stopping now. And tomorrow we are going to discuss about other things related to Python. So tomorrow we'll discuss about what is the difference between Java and Python, like how the execution difference is there, like what is Python virtual machine, like where it is going to work, what is Python compiled code, like all these we are going to discuss. And then we'll discuss about what is this data science, then what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is artificial intelligence, what are the testing frameworks, and what are the modules related to Windows applications, games, or animation applications, like many things related to other courses. Like all these we are going to discuss in tomorrow's class. Then after that, we are going to discuss about what are the implementations of Python, features of Python. So we'll see all these one by one. Okay, okay, students. So I'm stopping now. Like if any doubts are there, students, you can ask me if you have any doubts. See here in demos, only I'm explaining, but after a few 2, 3 classes, like interaction will be there. Like now I'm only explaining, students are listening. So this will not be there for every class. Demos means only for 2, 3 days, it will be like this. After that, interaction will be there. Okay. So I will be asking the questions to the students. So I will interact with the students. Then students will give answer. And whatever, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the middle. I will answer your doubts. So interaction will be there. Okay, because I will be asking questions when I start Python language. Then I will be asking questions. Students should give me answer, and I will give you the assignments, and I will ask whether you have done assignments or not. Like interaction will be there. I'll be watching, like seeing how many students are attending the class, who are regular and who are irregular. All these I will be seeing, and I will be asking the questions to the students. Interaction will be there. But for 1, 2 classes for demos, I'm explaining, and you will be listening. Okay. So students, any doubts, anything to ask? Okay, students. Okay, I'm signing off. Huh? So tomorrow we'll continue.